You're starting to piss me off!
Hey guys, this is Monolith Soft guy. Xenoblade 2 just re-released for the Switch 2 in digital form. One of the best JRPGs ever now looks and plays even better. And I can't wait to replay it myself when the physical version releases later this year. This is a good opportunity to tackle one of those forever arguments that certain places on the internet never have been able to let go. Xenoblade 2 is too full of sexualized female characters, and Xenoblade 3 intentionally toned down that level of sexualization. I'm gonna explain in a few sentences why that is wrong, and why those who are still upset about Xenoblade 2's character designs better brace themselves for Xenoblade Genesis. We don't need a 5-minute video or longer to truly get to the core of this issue. When you take an honest look at Xenoblade 2's character designs, you'll quickly come to realize that the only overtly sexualized female characters are Blade characters. With the exceptions of Nopon Banner's sexy servants, who Banner likely hired to be exactly that. None of the human women in Xenoblade 2 are dressed in a sexualized manner. I'll have you see a couple of screenshots showing NPCs from Xenoblade 2, and I could have added many more. Once you set Blade characters aside, there is hardly anything sexy going on in this game, which is actually quite weird to be honest. But the Blade characters are very, very sexy, acknowledged. But why is that? If those of you upset about these designs can be mature for a moment and not dismiss the following with "a real person designed them this way, then there is an actual in-lore reason for these blade designs. Blades stem from activated core crystals. Every blade is influenced in appearance and personality by its driver, who activates those core crystals. This is especially true for the driver who first activated a given core crystal. That is why most blades look very human, but then you also have a blade like Wulfric, whose core crystal was activated by a giant spider monster, thus leaving him look like a scary monster himself.
We blades start out formless, anchored to the world only by our core crystal. Only the touch of a potential can imbue us with form, being, and it is by those forms we come to be known.
So you see, my boy, in some ways it is only the fated touch of a driver that allows the blades to exist at all.
Wow. Why does it happen that way, though?
Now, that is something no one knows. It's just how it's always been.
Blades come in all shapes and sizes. Some human-shaped, some not.
Some people say the shape depends on the kind of person the driver is.
The resonance between blade and driver is a mysterious thing.
And a simple in-lore answer to why so many Blade characters are very sexy is because humans are pervy creatures. It's that simple. In a world where men would be the go-to fighters, core crystals would be activated by them and shape blades by their inner desires. And what desires would a male fighter have? Strength and sex. It's quite self-explanatory. Xenoblade 2 is a mere reflection of reality when it comes to men and their sexual desires. I understand some people might not like that reality either, but when I turn on the TV, look at commercials outside, or encounter some shitty YouTube ads, I see the same level of sexualization that I see in many of Xenoblade 2's unique Blade characters. You can criticize the real world for that, but you can't fault a game for creating an immersive world that evokes the feeling of being as real as ours in certain key areas. The game even mentions that forced prostitution of attractive blades is a thing in the world of all rest. So these sexy designs really don't just exist as eye candy for the players, while we know that Iceblade Dahlia was actually designed by a female artist in real life. The in-lore explanation for Dahlia's appearance would probably go back to some horny Tantai resident activating a core crystal and thus creating himself a big busty ice bunny girl. Xenoblade 2, being a Nintendo game, of course, prevented any more in-depth explanations of all of that. So here we are, an alternative version of Xenoblade 2 with an M rating, likely would show us a lot of the darker stuff that would further contextualize the sexualized designs of the Blade characters. I don't expect this video to end an argument that's been going on for almost 10 years now among some people. But I hope I was able to clarify 3 things. 1. Xenoblade 2 isn't any more sexualized for no reason. 2. Xenoblade 3 did not tone down anything. We simply don't have blades anymore. And number 3. Some people better brace themselves for Xenoblade Genesis, because even the reveal trailer already showed that the game will have its fair and reasonable share of sexy character designs. Everybody, bye bye.